So I'm loving this purse-inspired, Pinterest-inspired series. You've seen the wallet that we're going to use. It's, you know, a famous brand wallet. It's beautiful. You've probably seen it before. I don't know if it's a true famous brand on the picture. It could be, you know, a fake. I don't know. I just saw it on the internet and thought that would be cool to turn into a card. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use some brads and a flower that I have, because you saw there was a flower on the card. And then I've cut some pieces. These are the dimensions you're going to need for this. I have my little cheat sheet over here because I don't remember things like I wish I could, but here's how it goes. You're going to need a card base, and my card base is cut at 8 by 9.5, and it's going to be a tall card, so we're going to fold it like that. You're going to need a piece of white background mat. This mat is 3 3/4 by 9 inches. Then you'll need something of your choice. I chose this because it had letters on it like you saw in the inspiration. And I really liked this paper and didn't really know how to use it, so now I have a reason. This piece is 3.5 by 1.5. That is not right. This piece is 3.5 by 8 3/4. So that's the letter piece. And then this little white piece, which is going to be kind of like the middle band, is 3.5 by 1.5. And then this little beige piece here is 3.5 by 1 3/4. So we're going to get started making our inspired card. And I don't know if I pointed this out to you guys, but you see this stripe in the middle of my scoreboard? What I did was I took a marker and drew that stripe down the middle at the 6-inch mark all the way down, so I would know where the middle was whenever I was doing paper. So that's why that's there. And we want to make sure we score this long ways down the middle. And this is an 8-inch wide piece, and we're going to score it at 4 inches. And I like to run over mine a couple times. So then we'll just fold it and use our bone folder to crease it. And that's our card base. I'm going to adhere these two pieces to each other, just using my ATG, and we'll put some adhesive on the back of this piece. And this paper is from Close to My Heart, this one here. This is a Close to My Heart paper. This is just some white paper I picked up. I don't even know where. Probably Walmart or something. And because this is such a long piece, I'm going to go ahead and put a piece in the middle. I wouldn't normally do that, but just because of the length. And I don't really make these long cards much, so I'm glad that I'm doing something to inspire me to do something a little different. Now, the other thing I want to do is this middle piece that is inspired from our wallet. Is going to adhere straight down to the card, but I'm actually going to put this up on dimension onto our card, on dimensionals on our card base, because we're going to put some brads in. And I'm going to go ahead and put this piece down to kind of let me know where my little decorations are going to go. And I'm going to put it in the middle. You could move this because you're just being inspired. You don't have to do it just like, you know, what you see in the picture, but we're just, you know, I'm going to put it in the middle because I think it looks kind of cute right there. So let's get that one ready to go. So there we go, our middle band. You can see how I'm being inspired by that that wallet. You can really start to see it kind of in this. So what I have are some really cute brads. Now, some of these brads don't really work, but I think this blue, if you just look at the blue, will really pop because there's some of those blue letters in the paper. And then this flower was so pretty. And you know, for this part of it where the flower was on the wallet, you could do something on the Cricut, or you might have a sticker or something that you have, but this is one piece I had left over from a craft class, and I just thought it really looked good with this paper, so that's what I'm going to use. And if you remember in the wallet that is our inspiration, this flower is kind of close to the band and over to this side, so that's where I'm going to put this. Again, using my technique because I don't have anything to poke through with, I'm going to find my spot where I'd like it, which I think is about there. Right over this end. And I'm just going to press and turn. Necessity is the mother of invention, right? So once I break through the paper, I pick it up while it's still on my tweezers and just press in to get my circle. This has got a pretty big brad, so I'm going to put a pretty big hole right there. And then place the brad. Look how pretty that flower is. I think it's so pretty. And I kind of like the flower just sitting on the pattern, which is pretty interesting because you probably would normally do that, but I like it like that. So now what I want to do is on the inspiration piece, there were little rivets or studs all around here. I'm going to put a couple of these guys, which you can see them on here really good. These are from Close to My Heart, and they're kind of, I don't know, grungy looking maybe, or kind of, you know, antique-y looking. So I'm going to put a couple of those around, and then I'm going to add those blue ones. Okay, so there's that part. And I don't know if you saw this in the inspiration piece, but there were some stitching in and around some of those brads, and I thought I would use my white pen, my white jelly roll pen, and kind of do some of that stitching. So let's see how that turns out. So I did the white gel pen and the little stitch lines, just kind of little shaping. You might not can see that good in the camera, but when I take the pictures, you'll be able to see that really good. And then the last thing I wanted to do on here, which was from the inspiration of the card, was to add a little leaf that was just kind of, it looked like it had been just kind of, you know, a little tiny leaf sitting there. So I'm going to cut one out freehand. And that's kind of a little shape, and it was just one little leaf kind of off to itself, so I think I'm going to go right there with it. But I'm also going to use my white gel pen and put some stitching in it. I think that's turning out really cute. Now the last thing I want to do before I adhere it to the card is I want to put a sentiment in this area. You know, on our inspiration piece there was kind of a logo here, so I want to put some little sentiment in this area. I might even turn it sideways. We'll see what I have. Look at this mess. I'm going to clean it up a little bit so you can see what I'm working on and not everything else around me. But I decided to go with this sentiment from my Close to My Heart stamp collection, and it's called, it says Wishing You Well, and I think it'll be really pretty kind of offset right here. I was going to do it sideways and it works, but it's not my favorite, so we're going to go straight on with it. If I had done the card sideways, or if I wanted you to open the card sideways, I would probably do it that way, but I kind of want you to open the card with this as the bottom. So I'm going to use some brown Stays On ink because I think it'll be good and dark on that craft color in the middle. And I tell you, if you wanted to white emboss it on there, that'd be really pretty too. I just don't want to do the embossing because I'm going to put this dimensional. So if I was going to emboss it, I probably would have done that before I did this part. But I'm going to put this in this little corner here. So pretty, I like it. And I thought these letters, the way they're kind of big and small, kind of went with that. I thought that was really cute. So there's the sentiment. It says Wishing You Well. And now for some dimensionals. And because the bottom is kind of heavy, I'm going to go ahead and add some to the middle here for support. Because this bottom part, you can see where all those brads are. It's pretty heavy on the end. So let's bring our card base back in. And we're just going to center this on our card base. And press it into place. And that is our inspiration card. I really am enjoying doing this inspiration series with the purses. Like I said, I'm very big into purses and I love wallets too, so I'm really enjoying it. I think this is a beautiful card. It's a little heavy with all these brads, so this may not be something you want to send in the mail, or it also may not be something you want to mass produce because you do use a lot of your product. But I thought, I've got these products I haven't used and I thought it'd be a really cute way to do it. Plus we had some visitors this week and there's some people in our church who aren't feeling so great, and I thought this would be a neat way to use some of these cards up. So I challenge you guys to find something that inspires you. I also would like to say, if you would like to send me a picture of a purse that you would like to inspire me with, a picture or a wallet or a piece of fashion that you would like to see if I would use to be inspired, just send it to maymaymadeit@aol.com, and I'll put that in the link below, and I'll also put it on my blog for you to get to me, and just send me a picture of it. You can even send me, you know, a video response of what you've done with your inspiration. So I hope you enjoyed this, and keep watching. We got plenty more to come. Thanks guys, have a good one. Bye bye.